The mass of smoke around Purple and Golden blocked them to the outside world. But it didn't block Freddie and Bonnie from finding the outline of Purple Man in the smoke. Golden bared his teeth against his gag. Purple was clenching his hands. His magic was swirling around on them, closing in. By disobeying my wishes and defying me, Purple screeched. He was stumbling over his words. His rage was consuming him. On the other end of the pizzeria was a red fox pup, waddling around the green party room. His ears perked up. What was that? How could you do this to me? Huh? The pup didn't know that voice, but it sounded scary. Could be a fight. Baby Foxy scampered over to the work table where his crewmates were. Mr. Scott, I do believe there be a fight down the hall, he said. Foxy's caretaker didn't look up from his notes at the news, but he did reply. Oh, really? Your sensitive ears are already hearing that far away? He took a sip of his coffee. Excellent work, if I do say so myself. Foxy turned to the cute lass who sat on the table. A fight? She asked. Baby Chica perked up at that notion. She hadn't seen a fight in real life before. Foxy nodded, a little grin on his face as he did. The two babies looked to their caretaker. Can we go watch? Chica asked. Foxy's tail started wagging back and forth at the prospect. Please, he whined. Their caretaker lowered his cup down. As long as no one gets hurt, go ahead, Scott replied. Scott was better known as the ghost of the famous phone guy of the Fazbear Pizzeria. He was looking over the designs for notes for Chica. As the sounds of paws and flippers flapped against the floor of the pizzeria, Scott's mind drifted to a different place than designs of animatronic attractions. He placed the notes down and looked into his coffee. I shouldn't have asked William to help me with those parts. He's gotten so impulsive lately. He swirled his drink around as he allowed his mind to wander. He hardly listens to me anymore. And calling himself Purple? What is going on? Scott closed his eyes, letting his imagination take over. Is he punishing himself for what he did? Before him was William before his skin had darkened to purple. Behind him was a smirking Spring Bonnie. William was shaking, and Spring Bonnie was laughing. Or has he completely snapped? That image swirled together, mixing and shifting. William's skin shifted to that dark purple, and his eyes had that crazy look in them. Suddenly, Spring Bonnie and William were mixed together in Scott's mind. Scott opened his eyes. This couldn't stand. Either situation was unacceptable. I need to bring him back. But how? His question bounced around his mind. Mr. Scott! Mr. Scott! Scott snapped his gaze up to the door. There stood his pup Foxy. He looked scared. There be a purple man who be fighting a bear cub and a baby rabbit, Foxy declared. Scott tensed. His cup fell from his hands and crashed to the floor. Scott's eyes were hidden by his hair. He turned back to Foxy. His claws had snapped free, and his eyes shifted to his own magic at play. His own ghost form contorted to let that dark power free. What? Bet y'all didn't expect that to happen. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the Ship Show. Thank you so much for following that. Oh, good boy. Thank you guys so much for following and watching that comic. I'm sorry it's been taking a bit longer. Hopefully soon we will go back to the original storyline. Because let's just say the reason why this took 2 weeks is because I have to draw it all right at the story, and it's much more work. So hopefully, my plan is for the next chapter to be the last one. We will see, my friends. We will see. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you next time on the Ship Show. Bye!